Filmmaker, Maximus Peeples.
Thank
How are
you
you
for having
doing
me.
today,
I'm
Max?
good. I'm good. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Maeya TV. I appreciate it. I'm doing well. Yeah.
I just want to start off by asking, what inspired you to get into filmmaking in the first place?
I I was more inspired by like making stuff. I feel like I have a lot of friends who were inspired more about like or more by like movies and watching stuff. I've always watched movies and stuff like that. Like I have my favorites from when I was a kid and everything like that. And I definitely was more into it than other people. But like the making of it is just so fun that I think that's what sort of got me into it. I would say, yeah.
Yeah. And you have a feature film coming out soon, right?
I know, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, do you want to tell the audience a little what the film's called, what it's about?
So it's called Saving Ava. It's a like 72 minute, 75-minute comedy about like seven friends who are like um, on their way into college, kind of at the edge of, falling apart and, drifting friendships and everything like that. And they go on a road trip and kind of like help kind of reconnect, I guess. Yeah.
Mhm. What was the biggest inspiration for this film, if you have one?
Man, I would say like the John Hughes movies of the 80s, the Rob Reiner movies of the 80s, like Stand By Me, Breakfast Club, stuff like that, as well as just the modern film landscape today. So yeah, definitely those classics, though, those old road trip classics.
Yeah, Saving Ava is your second feature film.
It is.
How is it different than your first? And if you want to share a little bit about your first as well.
So I did one. That one was sort of. I did this movie called Who Murdered Professor Black when I was a sophomore in college, and that was like, okay, can we do a feature film? Like, is it possible to do? Is that like something that can be done as like a 20-year-old kid or whatever? Um, and it kind of worked, and we kind of did it, and it kind of like worked out, and it almost got bigger than I even like expected it to be. So then this one was like, okay, if we set our expectations like really high, how can we reach them, or can we surpass them again? Um, and we kind of, we were right at that mark where it was like so hard to do, and we just reached almost exactly where we kind of wanted it to go. So that's cool. But yeah, it was definitely bigger this time. It was a lot more. I mean, it was just like taking everything I learned from that first movie and doing it, bigger in the second one. Yeah.
So, do you have any specific lessons you learned from this past production that you would apply to your next film?
Always, every movie I do, I'm always like, oh, I could do better than that. My
Yeah.
next one or whatever. Um,
I think we all feel that way.
I
a
know,
lot.
I know. Everyone, well, it's like I'm so proud. I'm proud of it, but I'm like, I know I can do better. I know I can do better every time. So I think that's good. I think I'm still in like a learning stage. But specifically, it's always every time you do a movie, it's always the writing, the acting. It can always be better because that's what matters at the end of the day. That's what people are. That's what they care about. Um, that's what is gripping them. You know what I mean? It's the story, it's the characters, and how realistic it is, and everything like that. So I tried really hard to do it like as best I can on this last one. And then same thing with like whatever the next one's gonna be. It's just diving even deeper and trying to make the characters, the acting like the best that it can be. Yeah.
Definitely. And you're planning on taking this film to festivals.
Yes.
And there's even a screening happening in the town that it was filmed. Right?
Yeah, so in Bloomington, Indiana, there's a screening. That's like our big premiere, and then we're doing a ton of film festivals. We're trying out the Heartland Film Festival, which is an Indiana one, a huge Indiana movie. And we have oh my gosh, we have Pasadena. There's a ton of them. I don't really know, honestly.
Yeah.
We have like our our producer doing all that. But yeah, it's my first time ever doing film festivals. So like it's a little daunting. I don't really know what to expect, but he's kind of taking care of that, which I appreciate. I'm more like the creative guy. But yeah, it's super cool.
Awesome. Yeah, and I know you've done some short films as well.
Yeah.
What's the process? Like, how different is the process of doing your short films versus the features?
It is unbelievably like easier. Like
Yeah.
I did a short film, like, and it was like nothing. Like it was like I put like like five like in between the two features. It was really like it's just there's the more stuff you have, the more scenes, the more characters, the more everything. It's all distracts from one another. Whereas like you have four scenes, you hyper concentrate on one, two, three, four, and then you're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In each stage, it's like writing, okay, you write this scene. But when a feature, you have like 30, 35, 40, 50 different things, and they're all pulling away from each other. You know what I mean? You can't you can't, it's just, it makes it so much harder, and they all take from each other. It's unbelievably easier to do a short film. I think I'll have to try that next because I mean the one that I did in between those two features, I was shocked at how like just kind of like filmmaking is still hard and everything, but it's like it was no mental strain.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
a lot less producing work, pre-production,
exactly
just coordinating everything.
Yes.
What do you want to talk a little about your short film to the audience?
Yeah, so that one was it was a short film about a like homeless boy in Los Angeles, and he's like you kind of just experiencing his last couple days, you know what I mean? And it's interesting. I like that movie a lot. It was kind of just like it was one thing that I never did before I did my first feature was I wanted to try something experimental and like, you know, play around with every kind of form and like have no like literally no rules. Like you invert the colors halfway through. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? For because it feels right. And that was really interesting, and I'm so glad I did that and kind of experimented and just tore down the barriers going into the next one. I would love to do that again too. I think it'd be really interesting.
Yeah. And in addition to directing and doing some writing, you also do editing.
Yes.
What's kind of your process editing, especially a larger project like a feature film?
My workflow is horrible. My workflow is horrible. I will have stuff everywhere. I'll just be grabbing it. It's like I know some editors who are very organized, and I'm relatively organized. Otherwise, you can't even work. But like at the end of the day, I just have like a giant bin in the thing of clips and everything, and you're just smacking stuff and grabbing it and pasting it and taking it from all your folders that are organized and just slapping it all together. But it's like that's the most artistic process. That's where I get lost in it. It's like the most difficult part of editing is if you know already that a scene isn't going to be perfect, then it kind of like demotivates you a little bit because you're like, there's something in here that I already know doesn't work. But if you have a scene where it's just like you're on a roll and it's like, I know this is working, everything in here is perfect, you're creating that thing. It's like, you just get lost in the time and it just like goes by so fast. And that's where I feel like I'm really doing the art is in the editing part.
Yeah, I feel like you know that you're passionate about something and you care about something when you just get lost in the time and like all of a sudden 3 hours go by.
I know.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
So do you also do like sound design and color editing and the different types of editing?
For sure. There's always something like new that you learn on every project to a degree, and like you realize, okay, I gotta turn up on this next thing. Like I gotta learn, I gotta like get my writing up, I gotta like get my sound design. I remember, I think it was that short in between those two features where I really did the sound design. It was like, okay, let's focus on that and let's make that a huge part of it. And really like almost, it was a thing where it's like, there are directors who will turn off the sound of a movie and just watch the picture. And then there's the same thing, like you should probably be able to do the same thing with the sound. You should probably be able to just like put it in your pocket, have earbuds in, and like listen to it like music. And so that's something that I try to do too. So it was a good experience, and you take everything you kind of like focus on and hyper focus on, and it kind of goes into the next one. So you don't really lose those things.
Yeah, the sound is definitely very important because bad sound design takes the viewer completely out of the film.
It's unreal what sound does. It is like insane. Like you can create the entire world with sound by itself. I would love to do a scene where it's like the lights go out and it's the black screen and it's just sound. You know what I mean? Like that would be interesting for like 30 or seconds or a minute or something like that. But yeah, no, sound is incredible. It does a lot.
What's your like all-time favorite part, if you have to pick a favorite of doing like a whole feature?
The directing is like so like that is the most glamorous part. It's like anything is possible, kind of. It's like you're figuring it out, you're doing it, you know what I mean? You're just like creating it. But the artistic part to me is like the editing, because that's when it becomes what it's gonna be, you know, and that's where you get to like fix everything, make everything, whatever,
So on set, there's always issues that come up. There's always conflict, or sometimes there's drama. Do you have any like techniques or strategies on how to make sure everything goes smoothly, or like conflict resolution?
I mean, the thing is working with it. Like, there's like crazy stuff. Like, that's the interesting part about directing is drama will happen. It'll be like two people like sleep together and you won't know about it. You won't know about it for forever. Or like, you know, just things happen. But it's just like almost taking the problem and working with it. So, like, there was one time where I was shooting this scene and it was on that short film. And it started raining, and this is a classic example. You just use the rain, so it's like, okay, you go here, you go there, and then you hide the camera under a thing for a little bit, and then you do get a shot, and then you switch everything around, you get another shot, and it's like, it's just, like using whatever problem comes your way, because that probably is what makes it better. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And watching the short film, the rain scene is definitely one of my favorite parts. It's beautiful. And you're really great at videography and cinematography.
Thank you.
What's your like, how do you get the picture to look so crisp and nice?
That's just a matter of working with it. It's like, that comes natural to me. It's like, that's not the part that I have to focus on. That's why I say like, it's more the script and the actors that I like. It's like, okay, focus on the things that you're like, you can always do better at. It's like, it's just, to me, it's a matter of exposure, color, and composition. That's literally it. Like, you could shoot on any camera, and as long as you're exposing it correct and you have a good composition, like, you're gonna create a powerful image. You know what I mean? Because you're just capturing something. And that's really all it is. That's genuinely like exposing the image and composing the image. It's like, if you do that right, you can do anything.
Definitely. What's your kind of strategy on building your crew and picking people for different positions?
You can't be too picky when you're working on a low budget. You kind of just got to take whatever you can get. Now, there's certainly strategy to it. Like, there's like, you know this person would be good at something, this person would be good at something, or, the thing that helps with making a crew is like, you make everyone feel like a leader. Like, you know what I mean? If someone feels like a leader and someone feels like they have control over what they're doing, then they'll have a lot more, they'll put a lot more of themselves into it, you know what I mean? If they feel free to do what they're doing, if they feel like, they're adding something of themselves to it, they'll put more effort into it, so.
Definitely. Do you have any idea on what you want your next project to be?
I always have ideas. Have ideas. It's interesting. It's like, I would love to do like, I have this idea for like a time travel horror movie. I have a reality show TV idea. I feel like I'll never run out of ideas. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem with film because it's like the ideas that you have, you get to execute 2 years later.
Mhm.
So it's not really where you're at anymore. Like the one that I'm about to release, this is more where I was at when I graduated college. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
that, it's that ending coming of age kind of thing.
Mhm.
But now I'm kind of past that. So that is like um the barrier, I guess, about film is that it's like it takes so long. Like a musician can have like an album in a year or like however long, and tell exactly how they're feeling at that time. In 6 months maybe you could do it. However long it takes. But film is just it takes minimum a year, 2 years to like get the thing through, which is just crazy.
Yeah, especially with all the post-production work that has to go in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what comes next.
Yes, thank you.
Do you have any social medias or a website to share with the viewers?
Yes, you can follow it along with the movie at Saving Ava Movie. Maximus 9 Productions is I think my Instagram for the production stuff. But yeah, follow along. We have a premiere in Bloomington, and I appreciate the interview. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Of course,
and thank you viewers for watching, and we'll see you on the next interview.